Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Well, it's the end of day one and I know it's morning for you all, but it's night over there in China. So here we go. I'm going to be breaking down the additional results that happened from a Jamaican perspective. Now let's pick things up with the men's 400 meters where it talks about Rasheen McDonald making it into the actual semi-final. However, trackies, unfortunately, he was not able to progress from there to the finals. He placed fifth in his heat where he ran a 47.27 seconds. Now, I did also indicate in my first video talking about the World Indoor Championships that the writing was pretty much on the wall. I was really hoping for Rasheen to be in the good version Rasheen, right? We all know that, he can either turn up great or not. And it wasn't the best Rasheen based on what I saw in the heats. And this performance here in the finals, in the semifinal, sorry, pretty much underlined or underscored exactly the type of shape he was in, unfortunately. So he made no further progress in the men's 400 meters. His next opportunity to potentially be a part of the medals will be partaking in the men's 4x4. Let's see how that goes for our Jamaican men. Now, moving on, trackies, to the women's 400 meters equivalent, where we didn't have one athlete start. So Joanne Reed unfortunately did not start in the women's 400 meters. I don't know if she maybe didn't get there because she's a collegiate and it was cutting it pretty close to the actual NCAA indoor championships as well. I was really concerned about those collegiate athletes and if they would make it. I know I did see a couple of them there, right? So she didn't start. So I'm curious to see exactly why she was not able to start. However, we did actually have one athlete that partook, and that was Leah Anderson. She came up in heat 2 and she was fourth in that race where she ran a 52.86 seconds. Now, she was running a pretty good first 200. She was hanging there with Alexis Holmes, but in the last 100, you could clearly see that she was struggling a bit. She seemed to tie up a bit in the race, and so she finished fourth with that 52.86 seconds, meaning that no Jamaicans make it into the finals for the women's 400 meters, and it also ends their competition as well, as we do not have a 4x4 team for the women. Now, interestingly, I was looking at Amber Annin she was at the European Indoor Championships. Unfortunately, she was DQ'd. She came here, looked absolutely spanking. Henrietta Yeager is there as well. And Alexis Holmes always finds herself in the situation as well, or in the conversation. So let's see how that goes for the women's 400 meter finals, but we don't have any Jamaican participants. Let's now jump over into the men's 60 meter finals where we had Rohan Watson. Now, I could clearly see some separation from in the semi-final as it relates to who could, maybe from even in the heats as well, as it relates to who would potentially be on the medal podium. And here we actually had Jeremiah Azu win from Great Britain. He equaled his personal best running at 6.49 seconds. The Australian Leshane Kennedy, I'm hoping I'm saying that right. I think I butchered it, but anyway, he's the Australian. He ran a 6.504 second. Akani Simbine was third, and he got that time was a 6.54 seconds for that bronze medal. Now, that's his first global individual medal outside of Commonwealth, so congratulations to him as well. And of course, all the athletes that partook. Rohan Watson was fifth, and he ran a 6.59 seconds. If he was able to mirror what he did in the heats, which was a 6.54, his execution was also much better in the heat. He was much more relaxed, but clearly, final versus heat, you all can know the pressure that athletes feel when they're competing. Didn't get his best performance in, but still, trackies, I have hope for Rohan Watson now competing outdoors globally on the international stage, whether it be Diamond Leagues, whatever meetings, because I can see now that he seemingly is able to carry his form overseas and compete. So that's a good positive that comes out of this competition for him. As it relates to the Australian that actually won the silver medal, it's interesting because I remember quite a few Americans, they were like, that time doesn't count outdoors that he ran. And, they were looking down on his performance and pretty much laughing at his performance. And here he comes and he wins that silver medal. And I had to smirk in this moment because here I am looking at no Americans pretty much on the medal podium. Now, I was looking at Eloy Benitez from Puerto Rico as a potential medalist. He really looks good in my opinion. I thought he could have challenged Jeremiah Azu for that gold medal. Unfortunately, it seems as though his legs got tangled coming out of the blocks and he pretty much bounced into himself and then tripped and fell. Right. So, that ended his race potential for that gold medal or any medal to speak of, unfortunately for him. But yes, Shrakes, that's what happened in the men's 60 meters. Let me know your thoughts as it relates to the event so far. What are your thoughts as it relates to how the Jamaicans are competing, or is it well within your expectation for the most part? I know for me, it's well within my expectations. Y'all know I did even go into the high jump as well, and I did say, hey, this is a good opportunity for Jamaica to medal if we're able to get up to maybe a 2.30, and a 2.28 was enough for a medal. So I'm really, really happy for our men in the high jump. As it relates to the 400 meters, I did have us potentially medaling there. Unfortunately, it didn't really go as planned. But hey, we lost one, we picked up one. So I'm really, really happy in that regard. And there's still many more opportunities for Jamaicans to come. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.